So what if I told you people don't work for you? Here's what I mean by that. When I speak and teach on how to transition your managers into leaders, it is principles and philosophies that make the biggest difference in whether or not they're going to make that shift. What I found to really stand out to me with managers is the way that they look at the hierarchy and placement of different people in the company. The first thing they say is, I'm their boss. They work for me. They are under me. Any of these sound familiar? They're normal phrases. If you grew up through business and what have you the way that I did, you've lived and experienced all these different nuances and how people operate within the workplace. I'm not saying there was anything wrong with it at that time, but as the advent of the internet came along and information became more transparent and new generations came into the workplace who were accustomed to being able to make their own decisions and having more freedom from the time they were children, they do not like to be called somebody who works for you. You are not their boss. Now, if you're their manager, you might be their supervisor. They will show you respect because ultimately your title has dictated some level of respect. But if you want them to be inspired by you, for you to have influence within their fold, I want you to look at shifting your mindset on this point. I said people don't work for you. They work with you. They work within your organization, within and among your teams. They report to you if you have more authority and responsibility than they do. But what they work for, why they show up, is to take care of their families, their dreams, those things that it requires money in order to do. As much as we would love to believe that the world is free, it isn't. So if somebody wants to travel, or they want to have children, or maybe there's a massive burden that's taking place that's causing a second family member to go to work, that's why they're there. So rather than taking that mentality that they work for you, they're under you, and you're the boss, realize people won't stay with you unless you shift. They may work for you for a short time because that's what you're having them do is work for you. But they don't do that. Remember why people come to work with you and within your company. Inspire to lead them in a way that brings them more fulfillment. So that way, not only is it just someplace they're going to work and it's not just a job, but it's an opportunity to grow and develop. That they find inspiration through you and your leadership, that they want to take on more responsibility themselves. How many people have you personally helped grow and develop to take on that next role of leadership? Now, some of the things I've said are specifically to leaders because you do those things. But the bulk of this message was for you to take a look at your vocabulary, those things you say, and how they can influence how people receive you at work. It doesn't matter what level of responsibility you have. If you have the responsibility to lead others, you could be using these phrases. Rewind, retract, and reshape. Have a great day.